welcome to the next installment of my guitar lesson. I'm Filip and I'm here to help you learn the songs that I transcribe for my channel. This time we'll be looking at the second part of Acoustic Medley by Pat Metheny. So quite a while ago I transcribed the first three songs that are included in the medley, and now decided that it's time for some closure. First Circle and This Is Not America, so two very different songs that are included in this medley. First, let's look at the First Circle. What you will instantly see is that the time signature is not 4/4, but it's actually alternating between 6/4 and 5/4. This is very important to get this song correct, to understand the time signature and also how to think about time signature and the arpeggios that are in the song. What I would advise is to think as written down in my notation. So for the 5/4 time signature, the groupings are 3, 3 and 4. And for the 6/4 time signature, the groupings are 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. So let's try to do this with muted strings. 5/4 time signature. Okay, so let's get this in our head. Then we have the other time signature, which is 6/4, and here we have a grouping 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. When you start learning the song, it is very likely that your mind will try to think about the first three notes as a triplet, but please don't do that. It will largely complicate the song, so remember where your quarter note is when learning these arpeggios. A good way of internalizing the switching time signature is bar number 9 and 10, in which you will have this arpeggio. You can try practicing this on loop to get the feel. When you get the notes under your fingers, I hope you will start to hearing this song as a whole. You get used to the, as I said, alternating time signature, and after that I advise to start focusing on the melody that is played on top. Let's take as an example bar 11 and 12. And what you should hear playing this in tempo in your head is if you watched my other videos, you know that I'm not really fond of sharing the exact fingering for playing any part of the song, and especially when it comes to Pat Metheny, because his technique I would consider it's not really like an orthodox technique. He likes to do things in a unusual way. However, usage of thumb, of course, coming here, especially for the F bass note and the G bass note. But also there will be plenty of places which the most reasonable fingering will require moving the same finger from one string to the other on the same fret. Let's take a look at the example that might be bar number 7, in which we are playing. And as you can see here, and the last two bass notes, C and F, I'm playing with the same finger. Now let's talk about This Is Not America. First, the song is starting with a few slides in. These are 8 notes and you need to play them in tempo to set a good start for the song. Bars 21 to 24 It is, in my opinion, important to note that there are staccato dots in the notation. There are different ways in which you can mute them, but I would advise trying this with your left hand. So actually Pat Metheny is muting only in the first two bars. I felt that it's nicer to also mute the chord stabs on F major. Let's now try to play it very slow. So as you can see, when there are open strings like in G, I'm just putting like my ring finger down to mute them. So those staccato dots are only on the beats 2 and 4. So the first part of the chord we left ringing. In the bar 47, I would like to discuss the fingering, because this is the thing that also was in a previous part of Acoustic Medley, where Pat Metheny is doing like getting this chord and then moving the triad down here. We have F in the bass, and then we have this is a G triad, and we are moving this G triad to F triad, and it's for me it's absolutely impossible to play it the way that Metheny did, but so I figure out this rather unconventional fingering. So what I do, like I put my pinky finger to hold the bass and then try to get the triad here and move this triad so I can have the bass ringing and the triad moving. Pinky holds the bass, there is a little barré with first finger, and the second finger grabs the G. As I said, it's also rather unconventional, but the closest I was able to get to play this part smoothly. Now let's look at the bars 57, 58, 59 and 60. We need to borrow with our pinky finger first two strings, so notes E and A. But this is like a chord stab that is, let's say, quite short. And on top of that, we are playing the bass line. So we have this. You can see there are two challenges here. First is like having a barré with a pinky, and you need to constantly push it down. But also on the F there is a quite big stretch. With the first finger have a F bass, then on the G string note A with the second finger, and then the pinky needs to go to bar on the 5th fret, which is quite of a stretch. You actually can turn this thing into an exercise to help you with stretching, because there's a chord stop and there's also like the bass line is going. It's not the bass note is not sounding all the time. So try to think about this as a practice and do. If you can't bar it, do it like this, and with time start grabbing for the barré on 5th fret. Starting from bar 65, we have kind of a ending, so you might want to play it a bit more relaxed and spacious way. And it goes like this. Would be nice here is like if we can do this slide quite slowly, so you have this effect of like moving through different frets. So we don't do it like okay, but do it like. Pat Metheny is playing this on nylon string guitar, which makes this effect even more audible, but it even if you're playing on a steel string like I do. Try to make it a bit slower than you would do, which gives it a bit more relaxed feel. Okay guys, this is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson and that you learned something from it, and that it will help you play this song better. You can play the whole medley. The first part is also on my channel. You might subscribe my channel, go to my Patreon or Facebook or whatever, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below. Okay, thanks and have a nice day.